Hello friends, I'm going to visit Someshwar Mahadev Temple. This temple is located in the village Pimpri Dumala. It is hardly 5 to 6 kilometers away from the famous Ashtavinayak site Ranjangaon Mahaganpati. This temple has many sculptures which are yet to be studied in detail. The importance of those sculptures is we can understand through them the contemporary socio-religious scenario. It has also unique feature which we do not see in any other temples or contemporary temple is that it has sculptures of Navnathas or Nath siddhas. So friends, let us go and explore this temple in detail. Someshwar Mahadev Temple was built in 13th century. This temple has an entrance from three directions. Main entrance from east and other two entrances from south and north side. This temple architecture consists of internally Sabha Mandapa, assembly hall, Antarala that we call vestibule, and main part is Sanctum Sanctorum that is Garbhagriha. On exterior front, the temple architecture consists of Adhisthana that is foundation, then Janga that is middle exterior part of the temple and Shikhara. Most importantly, the Janga or the middle exterior part of this temple is decorated with various sculptures of deities like Shiva, Shakti, Vishnu, Bhairava and Nath siddhas. In the Nandi Mandapa, we can see the stone idol of Nandi Maharaj, but in this Nandi Mandapa, there are two stone idols of Nandi Maharaj. One is big in size, other is small. This is the doorway of the main entrance of the temple, which is from the east side. The figurine sculpture designs made on this doorway are worn out because of the environment. The Sabha Mandapa of this temple has total 14 pillars. Out of 12 pillars are in Sabha Mandapa itself, which are holding the top of the Sabha Mandapa, and two pillars are there in the passage between Antarala and Sabha Mandapa. The 12 pillars in the Sabha Mandapa are decorated with various carvings, figurines, and designs. As I mentioned earlier, this temple has an entrance from three sides: north, south, and east. This is south side entrance, and here it is the entrance from the north side. The main pillars in the Sabha Mandapa are square in the bottom. They are hexagonal in the middle with some circular discs and circular in shape entirely at the top. Here, the instance from the Ramayana, like fight between Vali and Sugriv, is carved on the face of the pillar. It is another carving exhibiting illusion. There are three people with four legs only. If you hide one person, there will be two people with three legs. So, this is a beautiful example of exhibiting illusion through the carving. The top of the Sabha Mandapa is decorated with the single stone carving of lotus flower shape. This beautiful carving of lotus flower has total 32 petals, 16 petals in each layer. In the Sabha Mandapa, on the horizontal pillars at the Vitana section, there is a narration panel. In that narration panel, we can see various figurines or carvings of dancers and instrumentalists. The females are shown as dancing, and the male counterparts are shown playing some instruments, musical instruments. In the one corner of Sabha Mandapa, I got to see stone sculpted idols of Lord Ganesha and Lord Vishnu. The Antarala, there are two pillars. They are part of the original temple architecture, and also at the bottom of the pillar there are two sculptures. I think they are Jala Devatas. Why? Because they are holding Jala Kalash in their left hand, and I think they are river Ganga and river Yamuna. Here, I think that the lower part of the pillar, this one, and the sculpture of Jal Devata is integrated part. Why I'm saying this? Because nowhere I saw any joining sign between this beautiful sculpture of Jal Devata and the lower part of the pillar. I check everywhere, all across the sculpture. If you look at the top of the sculpture, which is the hairband, you will find that the hairband, this shape of the hairband is accommodating the shape of the pillar. So, if it was sculpted separately and joined with the pillar, so definitely it would not have been the same. Okay, there would have been a disintegrity or irregularities, but here you don't see any irregularities. It flows like the part of the pillar. And also, friend, if you look at all across the pillar, you will not find anything that will indicate the this beautiful sculpture of Jal Devata was made separately and attached to the pillar. So this is what the level or the degree of the accuracy and intricacy. Friends, if you carefully observe the sculpture of Jal Devata, and specifically if you see the hairstyle that is shown or carved in this sculpture is very meticulously and delicately done. We find various carvings on the pillars in this place. Mainly, we see carvings of Chamunda Devi, in which Chamunda Devi is in the center, with Bhairava standing on one side and devotees standing on other side. We also see Lord Vishnu's Narsimha avatar carved on the other side. The pillars in the Antarala are Stambhapat type, or they are square in shape. The middle part of the pillar is also square, and the top part of the pillar is a flower shape. where you get to see Bharanagas hanging in a reverse direction to hold the load of the temple. The middle part of the pillar is decorated with various designs and carvings. The pillars are really spectacular. Friends, then when we approach towards the Garbhagruha from Antarala, the very first thing we notice here is beautiful and delicately carved entrance of the Garbhagruha. The entrance has a five doorways and each doorway is meticulously carved with various designs and figurines. We will explore each doorway in a detail here. Beautiful carved idols at the bottom of doorway or the entrance of the Garbhagruha. Here you can see two female carvings. They are shown as holding fruit in their one hand and they are shown as they are going to offer that fruit to Lord Shiva. They are going to offer prayer to Lord Shiva. Then there is another carving of Lord Veerbhadra shown human skull in one hand, gada in other hand and trident in uppermost hand. And it is in a pose of Abhay Mudra. Aside Lord Veerbhadra's carving, there is a carving of dancer exhibiting the pose of dancing. And the last, there is a carving of Chaur Dharani, is holding a chaur. Chaur means a sort of fan to be waved over a religious or respectful person. Then above those carving you can see motif of foliage of lotus flower. It is beautiful carved. The entrance of the Garbhagruha or the doorway is having a five branches, hence it is called Panchashaka Dwara. Here you see the Val Shaka. Val is an imaginary animal having head of some sort of animals and rest of the body is of lion. So here it is a Val Shaka. There are a total 7 Vals carved on the Val Shaka. Shaka is a branch. Then aside of Val Shaka, you see here a Lata Shaka. Lata is a leaves. It is called it is a leaves of the trees. So it is called a Lata Shaka, a leaves branch. Then here is a Stambha Shaka. Why it is called Stambha Shaka? Stambha means pillar. So you can see a miniature sculpture, a carving of the pillar or Stambha. You can see also carving of Kirti Mukha on the face of pillar. Then the second innermost shaka or branch is a Nar Shaka. Why it is called Nar Shaka? Because Various human beings are shown in the form of dance and playing some sort of instrument, musical instrument, and that's what it is called a Nar Shaka or Nartak Shaka, human branch. At the forehead, you can see the carving of Lord Ganesha, and the innermost shaka is a Phula Shaka or flower branch, where various carving of flowers are done on that particular passage. So the same case is here in at the right side. Lata Shaka, Val Shaka, Stambha Shaka, Nar Shaka, and Phula Shaka. At the bottom here, the carvings are same like we saw at the left side, but here you can see two females holding chaur. Okay, they are chaur dharani, and in the middle you see the carving or idol of Lord Veerbhadra. Except here, Lord Veerbhadra is holding snake in one hand and is also in Abhay Mudra. So the imagination is that they are all worshipper of Lord Shiva. They are as Dwarpalas and Sevak of Lord Shiva, and they are worshipping, offering prayer to Lord Shiva. You see here a Chaur Dharani holding a Chaur. The threshold of the Garbhagriha is in rectangular shape, unlike other temples where we see round Chandrashila or the threshold in a round shape. Entering into Sanctum Sanctorum or Garbhagriha awakens our spirituality and devotion towards sacred Shivlinga. Om Namo Shivaya. Friends, we have explored Someshwar Mahadev Temple from inside. That's all for this episode 1. We will explore Someshwar Mahadev Temple from outside, and that will come in part 2. So do not forget to watch part 2.